One of the things that happened during the COVID pandemic is that grocery delivery exploded. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, grocery stores have their own delivery services, and now you can get your groceries right at your doorstep. So one of the questions that we have is, how does grocery delivery impact our emissions and congestion? Emissions is big because we're not all using EVs to get our food delivered. And so those tailpipe emissions are a concern. The other big thing is congestion. If you expect your groceries to be at your doorstep when you get home from work, you might have them delivered during what we would call a peak hour. So for example, historically, it was between 3 to 5 when there's tons of cars on the road. But now we're adding cars onto the road, and that actually could make congestion worse. So my student Mateo built his models to identify how food delivery services, in this case grocery delivery, would impact both emissions and congestion as we are looking at cities, and then this can help inform our policies around grocery delivery in the future.
Over the past year, I've been working on a project that tries to quantify the effects of grocery delivery services on society. And so what we discovered is that grocery delivery tends to increase both emission and congestion because people already optimize the way they do their grocery shopping. People are usually getting their groceries on their way home from something else. It's a periodic trip, you have to do it every week, so you try to spend as little time as possible with that, right? There is one silver lining though, that we can decrease congestion through grocery delivery orders if we do off-peak hours delivery. So people perhaps leave work at a peak hour, right? And then they do their groceries there where congestion is very high. Whereas if we switch that trip to off-peak hours through a grocery delivery system, maybe it delivers a little bit later or a little bit earlier, right? Then we can get some congestion benefits. The policy implications of this project are that the responsibility of reducing vehicle miles traveled for grocery lies more on the consumer than on the supplier. Now, why is this? Because the supplier is already incentivized to decrease their vehicle miles traveled because they're incentivized to optimize the delivery tour as much as possible, right? Because more distance equals more driving time equals more delivery costs.
So one of the things that people should take away from this work is that it does matter when you order your groceries and how you order them. If you're thinking to yourself, man, there's a lot of traffic outside and I don't want to have to drive to the grocery store, you probably don't want to order your groceries at that time either, because that's going to add to congestion as well as emissions. But on the other hand, if you're looking at the 2-hour windows, then that actually does allow the grocery store to be able to optimize those trips and do what we call batching, where they can put in a lot of orders into one vehicle and then deliver that to everyone at once. It makes the system more efficient, it has less emissions, and overall it can reduce congestion because we got some cars off the road.